Hello, dear chess friends. Welcome at the coverage of the ninth and final round of the Whitsun Open in Munich. We have a long week behind us and a lot of interesting fights. And today, the final standings and prizes will be decided. Welcome, Vasu. By my
Good
side.
morning, Milan. It's always a pleasure to work with you, and it's going to be a big fight in the final rounds. Puranik, who has been having a good time recently, is on the lead, half a point lead, nothing really big, but quite useful. So he's on the top board with Petko Momchil, and then the defending champion Amar Elham is in the second board. He's half a point behind at 6.5. And then is followed by 5 other players at 5 points, including, in 6 points, including Swan Erasmus, the top seed. So I think we are in for some exciting day of chess.
Exactly. Draw is definitely enough for Puranik, and that's why he chose solid opening. We'll get to it. On second place, Amar Elham, last year's champion. He has some remote chances, but he's black, and we'll see that he will have his hands full. Otherwise, there is a group of 5 players with 6 points, which could still, all of them could be in top 3. Yes, we have our battle lines drawn, but yes, Puranik is a big favorite to take the title. So let's start with this game. And Petkov opened up with e4, open games. And Rui Lopez, main variation, closed Spanish. All very standard. In the past, old masters prefer d6, and there is some tough battles here in this structure. But lately, Marshall is more popular, and Marshall arises after c3.
But with Puranik in good form, and do you think Petko will push for win with white pieces, or will go for something solid?
The white players avoid this line, even though I think they could try from time to time at least to test black.
Yeah.
Yes, Petkov, I think, will try to win, not at all costs.
Maybe
but
taking
still.
not big risk, maybe.
I think the prizes are such that winning and potentially overtaking Puranik, because the tiebreak is direct encounter, which I find. To be honest, I don't like it. I prefer a simple Buchholz. It's the most fair. Tiebreak, direct encounter, it's okay.
No, in
Just
fact,
about one game.
Momchil Petkov is at 1 point behind Puranik. So even a win, they will only catch him up. But a win for Petkov will help Amar in case Amar goes on to win this game.
Of course. If this happens, Amar, okay, we'll get to it. He might win, but he might even lose. So this is wide open. But for Puranik, the strategy is clear. Just to make a draw.
Correct.
And he could celebrate. And for Petkov, it depends. But I think it's worth a risk, and he's white, so why not to go for it?
I guess with Puranik being guaranteed of a shared title in case of a draw, I'm sure he's. I wouldn't think he will play safe, but he will play some solid chess and go for what he normally does.
So on move 8, black has already interesting strategic choice. 8x b5 is the threat. So there are like 3 reasonable defensive moves, but each of them has some kind of drawback. So first of all, b takes a4 is not really nice. Then the queen side is weak.
Yes.
But there is a move b4 preferred by Levon Aronian, but leads to some sharp battle. d4 d6 and. Let's say there are some holes on the queen side, especially the c4 square. So that's like one downside. Yes. On the other hand, black has reasonably good pieces, and puts the bishop on c5. The second option is to play bishop b7.
Right.
This seems like the most natural.
It's been played for a long time, and
yes. The downside is that here the bishop will be blunted. First, like bishop d2. This was also played often, but I like white a bit. Like again, it's just like a small advantage, but white might hope for some attack. Like essentially, this bishop is better than its counterpart.
I think I would prefer Aronian's recommendation of b5 when there is a bit of a counterplay for both. Actually.
It requires a lot of preparation. Yeah, so
Yes.
like this d4 is a direct choice. There's also possible to play like d3, and now the move bishop c5 that exists, yeah, and
But
kind of interesting battle, yeah.
yeah, but we have seen that Puranik is actually quite well prepared. So I'm sure he never seemed to be surprised or never got into even a minus position right through the 8 rounds.
Yes, and third available move is rook b8, and this move defends b5. Also, our bishop then it's fine. On the other hand, it gives up the a file, which you'll see also in the game is a factor. So, this one is a favorite move for Magnus, and he played some games against Nepomuk, actually defended in a World Championship match. But he was a little worse. I'm not like a huge fan of this yet. I was even surprised that here after c3, this is still good, like going for Marshall, even with this a file in White's hands. Probably there are some b4, nuances.
Yeah, there's too much of good activity for black for White to ignore, actually.
So first h3 and then knight c3. Yeah, maybe heading for d5. Queen is a bit unusual, but we can see that, for example, d4 is not available, yeah, because just for our viewers, yeah, now it will be double capture and then c5, c4. And this would shut out the White's bishop. So queen e2, I believe like knight d5 would be a standard move, but this principled, looking at the b5 pawn. Now we have to think what happens over here. I suppose this. What do you think? Knight takes c7. Now this is some kind of desperado territory, so which we might even just recapture and play for compensation, but perhaps
and it takes f2.
I don't like this because here the knight is trapped, and I can go back here and then collect this knight.
Then maybe crash with h3 and bishop h3 and some wild game probably.
Wild game, but not good for black.
Yeah, I'm sure probably with almost one hand on the title, Puranik will go for something so wild.
He wouldn't sacrifice a piece, like this last round.
No, not the pieces. You don't sacrifice the title for so easily. So I mean, he's pretty close to it. I'm saying like he's
exactly. It will be a very risky choice. Yeah,
probably.
And this is probably fine for black. Maybe bishop e6 coming. I don't see why he's worse. Just okay. Also interesting position, but I'm missing something easy. I think definitely this was something to be reckoned with. So. Interesting, yeah. So knight d5 instead. So now he played this. Rook 8. If it takes, I suppose this is also viable, but the problem is pawn takes. Now this knight actually also, because of this move order, has nowhere to go.
Yeah, it has.
And now he's trapped.
No big squares to go.
This is the problem. This is the problem for black. So I cannot take right away. I must play rook e8, c3, and now took, and now black freed the e7 square, and now, I think maybe white is getting ready to play d4, but then his queen on e2 makes no sense in that case, so rook a6.
Here I would maybe put white slightly better than black, but of course he needs to still activate the c1 bishop, and
yes, he needs to settle on a plan, on the initial setup. I think, yes, d4 is not really coming kind of, this rook 8, bishop f8 is also typical maneuver.
Can we see what Stockfish has to recommend?
Yes, I think slight advantage for white after d3.
d3, it says d3, okay.
d3, queen c8 and b4, yes. So I think it's serviceable for black, especially if he gets some trades. If he gets some trades in, yes, I think it's a bit misleading. It's not, here is 0-5, but I don't see where exactly the white's advantage lies. It's just maybe a little more harmonious. This pawn, for example, limits the knight.
It may be a little too little for Petko to defeat Puranik.
Yes. Because many times, even if black loses a pawn or something, it's still, it's on one wing. It's really dry. So I think slowly but surely black should equalize.
I'd say no real big weaknesses for black and no big advantage for white either. So I guess probably they'll take it to the middle game and some maneuvering and some probably with
white hopes for d4, but this will also simplify the matter. So Black
Except
is,
that I
black
could
is
see
fine.
that maybe Petkov is taking a little more time than Puranik, but it's a little too early, and we still have 3 more good hours of play remaining.
Yes.
I'm sure Petkov will probably give a fair shot on the game, I guess.
Okay, then we go on to the second game,
Yeah.
which is Sibashvili versus Amar. Amar faces interesting choice. If I was black, maybe I'd just go for a draw. And okay, I'm not fighting for the first place, but I kind of guarantee myself a second place.
Yeah.
And it's like if you compare like your probability and like to win and then Puranik to lose and everything, there will be like a safer choice. But of course there is also some pride, some ego. He wants to win the tournament, defend the title, and maybe he believes in himself that he's just better player. And even with black, he's going to complicate it, as we see.
Yeah, I guess last year his play was more steady, but this year I would say a little bit shaky down the line. But then he survived,
He had a lot of fighting games even last year. I remember he heroically beat Alexenko, yes, exactly, yes.
Yeah.
Because there are so many Alexeyevs. Alexenko, Alexandrov.
Very similar names, yeah.
Similar names, but yes. This was Kirill Alexenko, which now represents Austria. And yes, now he played. I'm not sure how this is called. Normally, like e4 BC is open defense. This is some kind of version of this. So e6, a3. Yes, it's. I think as Pacific c4, this is a reasonable move. Yeah, it's much better than against d4 and e4. Why might play e4 or knight f3, g3.
Can even Sibashvili maybe thinking of something slowly, some equal middle game and.
I mean, this is like Queen's Indian. This is like Petrosian variation, knight f6. Oh, black is willing to play this, and this is played like many times. D5 move. It's important to do this because, for example, if you play like bishop e7 or d6, now white is already better with this. A large space advantage. It's possible even here for black to play g6, the flexible move. We've seen similar lines played at this tournament.
But better to not to allow the d5 because I definitely
he went d5 immediately, but I think there is some difference. There's bishop d6, there's maybe even c6. Yeah, I'm not sure how the theory is shaped. Yeah, I don't believe this here because now the pawn is, I mean, should be somehow surrounded and lost. Knight c6, queen b8, or knight a6. Okay, this is interesting to analyze and delve into. But bishop d6, okay, he tries to use this move order and somehow hit this, knight f3. But I have to say I like it for white. g3, now steady development. He needs to catch up. White is a bit overextended, so he needs to get his pieces into game. Castles, rook e8, all standard, yeah.
I could see that it's more like Amar playing a slightly a waiting game to see what is the real plan because I guess he's gathering his pieces and trying to find them the good squares.
Yeah, he's getting ready for it. The question is why not b4 for white? Yeah, I guess just simply this and slight weakening could be used against him. So knight d4. Now a5, very typical move, just cementing the c5 knight. We see this tournament, the knight on c5 was the star of the show. And bishop e5. Bishop e3 indeed happened. Black has some decent pieces, I would say, but he really suffers from a lack of space. And maybe, like just saying, he could consider transforming like this. Still, I don't like it. It's like two bishops for white, and he could still play brave. Maybe not now, but
I think with Amar's choices, this is what he has got, and
like this is quite passive position for black.
Yes,
you might want to avoid or do it only if absolutely necessary. Maybe I want to have some kind of like flexible center, maybe something like this. I'm hinting at this trade, and then e4 is hanging. Maybe ED is forced.
Maybe it's still early days yet, and maybe when we review it in the second time, we may still have something to discuss, actually.
Of course, black has something to look for. Like there are some soft squares in white's camp, and yes, for example, d6 would be a mistake. Then c6 is a weak square, but he waits with it. Question also what white is going to do, how is he going to improve. It's
But
okay
I
to
guess
me.
overall, Sibashvili should be a little more happy how the whole thing
Yes,
went.
I think it's a little more pleasant. He might even like take or play like bishop d4. It's not overall. It's not a huge deal, but and now maybe this is all right. Yeah, and some bishop a6, queen d7. Actually, it's also quite good choice if black wants to play for a win. All the pieces are on the board, ideal for the last round.
Yeah, I guess it could definitely get a result, as I could
Yeah, we
probably
could.
guess.
Jane versus Svane. So it was a Berlin defense rookie online, and so Svane stays true to his repertoire, and white chose the line rook e1, which is quite popular, even I think much more than the main d4 move, which leads to this end game, you know. And I think it's relatively easy to handle with white, and a bit dull for black. Yeah, so I mean.
Yeah, but Swane already has shed too many draws and finds himself one clear point behind the leader, Puranik. So I guess he would really need to play the top seed, you know, for this, I would say, for the reputation or something like that. So I'm sure he would want to try to play for a win, but black really has nothing big to show as of now. So, and I guess even G5.
Yes. So I think this gives like a good chance, and this is still well known. And D5, yeah, bishop comes out like this one, just a little bit for white, slightly more space. Also provoke this G5, and Arslak and James Stoll said like there's no way to really beat the main line openings like Berlin, Marshall, Najdorf. We see that everywhere black is holding well. It's just about making his life difficult and kind of dissuade him from playing it, because that will give you some psychological edge, yeah, and maybe your opponent will
Is
not be
he showing a
comfortable.
little bit of aggression, little too late in the tournament? So little Swane.
Yes, I mean he's. I probably could understand his mindset. He just wants to play the best moves at every position, regardless of the standings and his mood and so on. Actually, I like. I suppose this is the proper professional approach. On the other hand, for example, I think he's a much better player than White, and
Yeah, definitely. There's no doubt about that.
Yes,
but I think I was a little wondering about the risk against a lower rated player in the final round, where a loss will put him way below the standings, and so
maybe I think yes, he doesn't think in those terms. He he plays Berlin if his opponent wants. Okay, he can make a quick draw. Kind of he expects him to play a bit because also White wants to win for some prize and maybe even a norm.
Maybe
or
yeah,
like
maybe.
good result, but it's okay. The position is still relatively equal. I would say I like White a bit. This is a bit soft. We could expect some h4 later on.
Can we check the evaluation as to what it feels about the situation? It likes black more.
It always says the opposite, but I really think Vasu is misleading here because first of all, this is not the strongest engine.
Okay.
And second of all, why?
So one thing is, I guess they don't think like humans, probably.
Yes, he's some line with capturing the pawn, which is still scary, to be honest. And he gives some advantage to black. That's true that the d5 pawn is slightly vulnerable, but white might stop it like anyhow, yeah. So it's not a first line. So
just that we felt white may be a little better, but the engine is largely in favor of black.
yeah, he could kind of take out this bishop and so on, but interesting. Maybe he can hope for some better endgame. Rasmus Swane, and then
maybe double bishops and
yeah.
But I guess probably the end games, how the pawn structures will play a big role, and is of course, he's having 2 bishops, so I guess as long as he retains them, he's going to cover all these squares.
This nice bishop, yeah, really
Yes.
dominating this knight, so and putting pressure on the king side. So
Maybe that could be the
yes.
calculation that tilts the evaluation a little bit in favor of black.
yes,
But whether it is adequate to really squeeze out a win is what we will see after some time.
yeah.
Go
Okay,
for
so we go on board 4, and
Juma Bayev and
we have
Kocharin.
Juma yesterday. Juma lost. He was kind of all time down and pinned against Amar. So today, of course, he wants to get back, but he's not going to have it easy against his, I believe, Uzbek opponent. Yeah, and those are like very strong players, and maybe they don't get enough international recognition, but yes, not at all easy to beat them. And knight f6. So white is better. Like we might say that he still has enough space. It's about whether black could organize c5 or not. Was also wondering somewhere around here if this is possible.
Yeah, and coming to the interesting topic that you mentioned a short while ago, the recognition, the international level and the invitations, somehow we always find that some players get all the invitations or recognitions, and some probably, despite some huge performances, still trail behind. Do you think? What is your take on that?
Okay, this is interesting. This discussion about international chess ecosystem is, I think, some of it is about their personality, their impression, their maybe interviews if they are funny. Yeah, so it's not only pure chess abilities, but also it's about getting opportunity to play in European events.
The organizers may think what advantage they get out of inviting a particular player, something like that, right?
Yes, I mean, by definition, not everybody could be famous. Yeah, so it's like, there is some like top 20 players who live only by playing chess. Maybe even, of course, much more could do it on decent level, top 100. But it's not easy to get there and recognized in wider circles. And I think there's another thing. It's not even easy to get the norms and titles for those players. That's the thing, that they still need to go through this ladder of competition, which I believe is especially difficult in India. Like there are so many kids who already play let's say IM level.
Yes.
But nobody have heard of them, and
correct.
Maybe nobody ever will. Yeah, like that's the reality.
Since you brought the topic that Kocharin is strong but not get that much of recognition, I thought let us also discuss a little bit about that. Actually,
yes, I mean those who decide to travel to international tournaments, mostly here to Europe. They reap the rewards later. Yeah, that.
Europe has been I would say, the hunting ground, or probably the place,
taking rating out of our old Europeans. Yeah, like this is the situation.
It's because I think largely because of the opportunities that is present in Europe. That is one thing, because the criterias are met quite easily rather than playing.
Yes, I even heard that it's okay. There are some tournaments in India, but overall there are not so many of them. It's very hard for kids, let's say, to get the chance. And
correct.
Yes, it's. Was in Europe, it's a bit more compact, and they could travel for several tournaments.
Destinations like the Spain and the Hungary and Serbia and maybe Germany, France.
Some France tournaments.
Very popular in India.
Yes, exactly. So that's why it's shifting here a bit, but I'm sure that now perhaps the World Championship matches could be both in India.
Quite possible.
Brings some more attention to it.
Yes.
Due to Vishanand and Gukesh, of course, everybody is following chess and Vaishali. The women's side.
It could start another wave, actually.
Of course. So we will only see like what happens in the future. I think for now those events are little bit easier to organize in Europe, although
Yeah.
we,
In
we
fact,
all know
not
it's
only
not
India,
easy.
I see a lot of people from Uzbek,
Yes,
Kazakhstan, and
Central Asian
Armenia. Yeah, yeah.
countries, yeah, basically Caucasus and yes, even even like the people from Indonesia, Singapore,
Yes.
like a really strong,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In
yeah,
fact,
players.
the Munich Shark Festival, the first or second tournament had one player coming all the way from Taiwan,
Yeah,
Taipei, and he made a GM nom also
yes, yes.
in the Obermenzing Wolfgang Zicker Memorial. So I guess Asia itself is looking forward to Europe
Even
actually.
yes, even China, although there the chess is not at the forefront, their go is the most popular. Like similarly in Japan, it's shogi, but still, like it could even change. I think as the time goes, like chess will become more and more popular because it's affordable sport, like relatively easy to learn but very hard to master.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it has some good qualities and. Um, then there is the whole discussion about faster time controls and Fisher random and so.
Yes,
So there's
yes.
still some new frontiers to discover and
Correct.
yes, it will always be popular. Yeah, in my
New
opinion.
dimensions are coming up, and I think the freestyle is also picking up fast. But as we could see, freestyle is probably restricted to some top 20 or some cream players invitation and things like that.
There are freestyle tournaments. Even last weekend there was one in Slovakia, but okay, the participation is not so huge, yeah, and they try to kind of make it more
Promote.
lively, but it's. I think the most people, whether it's amateurs or professionals, they still like the tradition, yeah. So
Yeah, yeah.
yes, so it's tricky, but that might also change, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think it is possible after some time because chess has actually survived the test of time for close to 2,000 years. So it's quite ancient and, so to get something past it is not going to be so easy actually.
Yes, yes. So back to this position, White just aims to respond to c5 with d5 mostly. There's also some knight b5 and bishop f4. Now this bishop c1 maneuver. And he tries to improve slowly, maybe put his rooks into the middle.
White seems okay. I guess Jumabaya would want to leave with a win probably there.
This is probably only small advantage in reality. Sometimes White could even think about c5 sacrificing a pawn just to stop it. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think it's so bad. Yeah, but like something like this could be tried with reasonable compensation.
Yeah, no big worry for Jumabaya. I think he will continue.
Yes, yes. Well, let's speak about Travadon versus Sidorica, and it was Caro-Kann and h4. This is a very popular move. We know, yeah, also for kids, this is a nice trap that now the bishop is gone.
Right.
This is the hope of White. But if it's not a blitz game and your opponent is not sleeping, then he will do one of those following moves.
But Travadon really had a good tournament here. He just had a single loss to, I think, Puranik. Except that, I would say, rest of the games he has been playing much above his playing strength. So
yes, very dangerous player. And here a6. So White, it's kind of waiting move. He waits for White to play g4, and I want to go to d7, and it transposes to kind of like a French. Where this could be advantage, but also source of problems for White. But it's a very important move positionally because let's say you are careless here with White. If something like this happens, then Black is cemented on the light squares and kind of is much better already for Black. So therefore h5 stops this plan forever, and comes.
I could see all the pieces are still in the starting blocks for White.
Yeah, there are some nuances, a6, a3.
Yeah.
Okay, White has a huge space advantage, and the longer it stays like this, the better for him. We see that Black is fighting back, of course. Yeah, he understands the situation. He wins the pawn in the middle. On the other hand, then the king is out on a limb. So, game knight d2, bishop d6. And so far, it looks fine for Blake.
I'd say this is a little bit double-edged, actually, because I
the
think
king will find his place.
both the kings are exposed, and I guess some good combos or middle game play could be there on the offing.
Yeah. So Black just took the pawn and rook f8. It's nice because now I could park the king like safely. Also introduces some pressure. Okay, what can we think about this position? Of course, if White gets the pawn, then he's probably doing well. On the other hand, this might be the idea to stop it.
Oh,
And
okay.
White's king side is bit also airy, yeah. So
Yes.
maybe
guess
I like Black, yeah, in this position, but
this kind of some bit of a bullfight. I guess both sides have their chances, and
and especially Black just needs some moves to consolidate, and then he's almost winning.
yeah,
The fact
if
is,
he
it's
can
not so easy, of course.
double
Yeah.
the rooks on f file and the knight is out,
Yes.
then I think White will have a lot of questions to answer.
But there's two bishops and some hopes against the Black King, but it's not clear to me at least. Yeah. So, okay, let's look at Ben Ari versus Johan. So it was a Catalan, kind of ratty. C4 C6. We have seen this. Yeah, there are many options for both sides. And Queen e4. This is like a really provocative move. Just the idea is that now I want to take and not make CD5 possible. But dc4, of course, followed. It's not the only move. It's also possible to play like knight d7, knight b6, even this move or not. But maybe the other knight, yeah. So there are some nuances. But dc4.
Right.
Yes, and this is fairly standard position. We saw yesterday Ufa could have had a similar one. Yes, knight a6. It's a little better for White. It's hard to find a land for the Black player. And White has this kind of minority attack, yeah, kind of maybe followed by b5 or okay, kind of nice pressure. If this knight ever gets to a5, it bullies the Black's queen side, yeah. So that's it.
It's early, very early days to make a clear judgment, I guess.
But it has to be all right for Black also. It's not like a big deal, yeah. Just a small pull from White, yes. So.
Implying Kopilov.
And this was Italian game, but this sharp line, e5, d5, yes, very popular.
It's a very well-known theory, actually.
Yeah, bishop g4, bishop e3, h3. This is all very much normal. Yes, and then this one, yes. And now, I think there are two main moves: bishop a5 and bishop g6. This one is a bit new to me, and also this intermezzo. Yeah, he tries to catch him while he can, yeah, because otherwise, the knight avoids the trade, and bishop has to go back, and then bishop g6. So perhaps b takes c6. Now he takes. Usually those positions are a little better for White because I could. Make long castle or even leave my king in the middle and then
scope for a big attack on the Black king is huge actually. Rook g1 and then the rook can be doubled and
exactly, he has this massive center and the g file. Black organizes some counterplay.
Even the h pawn can really create a problem. H4, h5, h6.
Yes, a very dynamic play. What could be the justification here? This. I have to say I don't fully understand it. Okay, there is some kind of weakening of the White king, maybe some check, and I don't see the way through. Like
White needs to be a little bit careful, but I guess he can come over that.
What is the idea of the move c5?
When we check our
Our friend. Yes, of course. This is always.
He has a different plan for everything. So
yes, I suggested this, but queen d3 also and c6. And he's saying this is playable for Black, but I don't know. It seems like a pawn, yeah, to my eyes. Whether I take with the bishop or with the pawn, both seem to be good, yeah. And I mean, after all, Black got something, yeah, some play on the open files. And this is a good bishop, but it's a fast pawn. So
maybe the ending could be slightly tilted in favor of White. Maybe
yeah,
I think
if c5 was necessary, or perhaps it was, yeah, because otherwise, like this is a problem. Maybe he was like looking for it. So now after rook c1, he has to do it and kind of change the structure. Also, he's giving himself something, yeah, and this tempo, it makes a lot of sense. Okay, now I understand. So
Glad to come back after some time. And
yes, definitely. So Moksh versus Angel, battle of two international masters. It's English. Yes, this A3 line we saw repeated a few times, and before, yeah, we saw E5 and F6 from black. Instead, now came G6. So now White could, of course, pursue his B4 ambition. I suppose just staking and just relying on piece activity in the middle. But this is like a traditional way for White to play it. Instead, H4 came. We're getting ready to play G4. H5, and black stops him with bishop G4. Okay.
Yeah,
Queen
Moksh
B3.
is quite a dynamic player. He's actually in European circuit to play for the GM now, but this tournament, I guess his chances are pretty much on there. But he would want to probably finish on a positive note, and I guess he is traveling to Czech Republic for next close tournament.
Yes.
So in Prague very soon. So
for our viewers, I would just say that sometimes it is dangerous to hunt such a pawn. Yeah, you might imagine that the queen might be lost.
Yeah, the famous poisoned pawn, as we
Poisoned
know.
pawn, yeah, trap.
The B2 or B7 is.
Or even there is sometimes knight A5. Very dangerous. But in this case, it's not working. I mean, knight A5 is simply queen E4 and then queen A4. As of queen D7, there comes knight. No, knight E5 maybe. Still, this is still defended. What do we have? Hello, Edin. Maybe just simple move this and the queen will return. So bishop D7. Yeah, so
he just grabs the pawn and survives.
And then he gets back. Definitely compensation for black. We have seen this type of position, but he has a really nice open space.
Yeah,
coordination.
I guess all the pieces of black are active, and the C1 bishop is still stuck.
Yeah, so queen goes to C2. Okay, if white develops, let's say rook D, I'll just put those two moves in. Like if this happens, he's winning. But black will have something to say about this.
That is almost 5 moves, which means black will regroup before that. And,
yes, and maybe doubling on the B line. Yes, and bishop C6. There is a compensation, but it's one of those positions where it's not really obvious. Yeah, what do you have for the pawn? Just some kind of like pressure, piece pressure. Yeah, so okay, let's move to the Weigand Hess game. So I think we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we have 2 more boards in our top 10. So there's Caro-Kann, 2 nice variations. And this the D4 move is a bit of a sideline, and rightfully so because the move H3 is. This is possible, but leads to some issues for black. So usually he takes and. It kind of allows this 2 bishops, whether with D3 or D4, both are possible for white. D4 allows E6, and now H3 I will play bishop H5. I will not give up the bishop. Yeah, so yes, here in this position, white just developed fairly unassuming way, and I don't like maybe E5. Although there is still, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, there's like one line which goes like this. The knight goes to G5, yeah, and at least here, I have like C5, C3. This resembles like a typical
Hess, like Moksh, is also working hard for his GM norm, so probably will want to really put one across the Weigand and take his chances.
Yes, this is reasonable. Maybe bishop E3 I would prefer. Just to be a bit more flexible. Okay, castles, knight F6. Black will also take on e4, but this is most principled. And this knight d7 looks like a good French for black. Knight e1. However, yes,
Yeah.
this is the idea.
I guess black has probably equalized without much of difficulty. And
yes, I also think so. Without the light square bishops, white doesn't have any attack, and black
it
doesn't have
looks,
the problems.
I think, quite pleasant. You know, the pieces are out and they are in good squares.
Yes, he might head for some endgame, which like engine says it's like equal, but I think it's a bit unappetizing for white. We are only kind of playing around in a slightly dull position. So knight g3.
Well, it may not come as a surprise because the stronger of the players might also want to test the other one in the end game. You know, so
yeah, this now the knight falls. This doesn't work. But knight b4. Black is happy to trade most of the pieces, arriving to some type of endgame. White is hoping maybe for some attacking miracle.
Right.
But there's too few, material here. For example, bishop f8, and I have everything defended. I don't know, actually now it comes maybe some kind of mating visit. Maybe g6 was necessary. Somehow I don't believe that white could really hurt black, yeah, in this type of, without the light square bishop and no rook swing inside.
Right.
Look like this is no, it could backfire for white. So this one, b3, rook c8. Now knight g5, he did so. Just simply g6, knight f4, knight b8. The typical move, to reroute the knight. And now white is thinking. I start to think that black is better, or it's those positions where he has more potential. Yeah? So let's say this is like fairly passive way for white to play, and then this, and then some rook c1. But we see that
But how about the other plan of something like queen g4, and then because I guess the knight can be maneuvered to, knight and bishop can hit the h6 or f6. And
but very hard to maneuver.
Yeah.
It's
like
how it really happens here. Black has a nice tactic of knight takes e5.
Okay.
On
so
the
it's not easy,
line.
but queen g4 it's little tempting. Maybe h4, h5, something.
We need like to sacrifice something, but it's too slow.
Correct.
It seems to me.
Probably you may get more, give something more, but you won't get back. I think.
Yeah, this is the problem. Yeah, so I'm not sure about this. Some a3 bothers me.
Yeah.
Oh, how can I play this as black? And also h5, maybe not a big deal, something like this. And I think my king is pretty safe. But yes, and then d4 is hanging. So
Hess is a very, very strong player. I'm sure he will handle those threats.
There are some tactics over here. So one needs to calculate, but it looks reasonable for black.
Yeah.
And he went for queen g4 indeed.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, I think maybe there is also some e6,
Right.
threats, but I don't fully believe it. Yeah, and I'll take black. And finally, we have Yufa versus Dorans.
Okay.
So Yufa probably not happy with this tournament.
Yes,
and
he had a very moderate show for his strength.
Yes, with the Estrella loss, he lost the chance for any reasonable price, and he played. I would say offbeat line against Paulsen, G3, Fianchetto line, just relying on his experience, and he wants to play out this game long term. I would like to play bishop f4, but this loses a piece due to g5.
Yes.
So f4 is this. I think actually black is doing really well.
Right.
Yes, because the white's attack is still way to go, and I mean this is the reason that even against those opponents, like you really cannot just get away with everything. Yeah, that I'm not saying that he's like bad. Maybe he gets space advantage here, but at least it's unclear position to me. So f5. I really want to run with it.
I could see that. White is quite aggressive, but he needs to be careful also.
I mean, just c3. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. Yes, it's Maybe now rook d4. There is a move. Hitting the knight. He takes with the king. He's vulnerable to some check.
Yeah. The long diagonal is fully open, and
So
it's, I think, probably
and this knight is really bit off. And
yeah.
I can,
it is also kind of keeping the f8 rook locked, and it's
it's a bit difficult to
probably. I think
make
white is planning to crash into the
yes, something like
the
this.
king side.
I'm sure that he's already calculating such lines, and
Correct.
now he wins. Yeah, so of course.
No, this is something like you first cup of tea. He loves to go
Yeah.
for complications
He's
and
attacker,
attack.
yeah. So like there is like queen b7 check, and but yes, ideally maybe like bishop g5. I could play with black, but also there is no. No
I
future
guess
for this. Maybe okay. Let's say check. I mean, I don't know, just for sake of it and this. I want to coordinate back again with black and try to jump here.
the choices in the next couple of moves probably will.
I mean, probably white's attack is quite strong. Yeah, quite. He made it work. So.
And we just check the evaluation how it is. Yes, it should be probably in favor of white.
Yes, it is in favor for white. 0-30, 0-40. Yeah, so we might see it's. Yes, this is a nice move. Kind of looking at this.
Maybe not too big, not too small, but
c3, bishop e7. It's not immediately breaking through, but this gives him b3 is a nice move, stabilizing. And after f6 is very complicated, but certainly like for black this is not easy to navigate. Yeah, so
yeah, because we see in many games you just keep on defending and it cracks at some point of time.
Of course.
Maybe we can just about look at the game one for just once, and then we can close the session.
Yes. What about Puranik? So I think he's doing well, but he took on. So Petkov decided to go for d4, which I don't like, by the way, because now knight b4, nice move, activating. White had to be more patient, like get up some squares, and also like c5 might be there. Yeah, so bishop e4. Now he's thinking, okay. The question, I'm not so sure about this move. I wouldn't play it yet. Yeah, I would play c5.
Right.
Because this I want to have like a passer and potential some.
Correct.
Some tactics. Maybe he could play it later. Yeah, so this is decent line for black, I suppose. Knight could return back, kind of helping. All in all, this would be fairly equal.
Yeah, some good middle game piece plays in offing.
Okay, like he says c6, but then this knight really kind of get back, and he likes to trade it with white, which is okay. Let's say okay, there is no way to the knight. Yeah, bishop c2 anyway trades this bishop, and it's slightly weak. Yeah, so this type of position, white might try to play siege on the c6
not
pawn.
too big for white, but white is comfortable and pleasant. So I think.
Yes, there's even some future of knight f5 and some kind of rook swings, or even later on f4, f5. So I think he gets what he wanted. He has some potential. Black is a bit passive. He might think about the move c5, which at the best case it will simplify.
No, because I guess it goes good for Petkov that he has managed to keep Puranik in the back foot, and I think mild discomfort for black actually, because
there is.
Because he needs to defend continuously, which I think.
Because c6 is not fully satisfactory. I have backward pawn, and white keeps the center. Like c5 is in principle to move in the sense that I want to not now, because now this is perhaps pretty bad. But the move before, like instead of here I really want to clarify. I want to get back with the knight, maybe. And even if I'm losing a pawn somewhere in the process, that it's
there will be some piece play will be there, and I guess it's some kind of a miss.
There is something for black to look for. I mean, after bishop e4, like if not c6, then what to play actually? Yeah, so
correct.
Because white will improve something like this in queen d2, at least, or rook c1. kind of paralyzing rook a7. So yes, some kind of ideas. And for black, okay,
I could see that Petkov is somewhat of a squeezing, black a bit, like he's
Yes.
increasing the discomfort actually.
Yes,
So I guess Puranik, we know he's a very steady player, but he needs to be a little bit careful. And I'm sure, though the advantage is not too big for White to really go for a win, but I guess he has succeeded in making a black player in.
I still wouldn't be too concerned if I would be Puranik fan, but yes, some defense awaits
I
him,
think
yeah,
in
so-
his current form, it shouldn't be too difficult for Puranik to hold for a draw. But maybe we can just to see Amar and then wind up this session
Okay,
to see if he is having some.
Amar, yeah, just one move happened since then.
Okay.
Bishop e3, bishop a6, yeah, and this is the now they are having a long thing because it's it's a really complex position already after 12 moves. Okay, this is hanging. This is a bit okay. Of course, I don't want this because it will be kind of dissolved. Yeah, so I even that who knows? Yeah, like maybe it works for Y, but take here looks decent. So no, but maybe I want to put the knight there. Perhaps this knight. So this is still defended. But then what about this? Okay, how do you take back? Take back with the pawn, you lose the e4. If you take with
Like
the knight,
yesterday against Jumabayev he won. So I guess he's a little deceptive and he has some hidden plans. I'm sure.
you understand that this is not what we want. The queen is in the crossfire.
Yes.
So how to actually defend? And isn't that White is thinking because of this that he missed this move? Yeah, suddenly this is like fairly uncomfortable. I mean, losing c4 pawn with the tempo, this would be disaster.
Yeah.
Let me check maybe this
I
one.
guess,
This one. So that's
this kind of giveaway is more than enough for Ahmad to grind out to win actually. So
yeah. So maybe he will be proven correct. Okay, White still has some play. Let's say even here. Yeah. So it's this position is a mess. Yeah. Let's
I guess
take it
White
like
will have
this.
to play a very tight position.
Yeah, and I don't think White is lost or anything. It's just like maybe pawn down.
Yeah.
And
He has actually given back the initiative to black. So it's some
kind
real defense spade work to do.
yes. So I mean yes.
I guess maybe we will hold it back.
Not easy also for black. He feels the pressure. Yeah. For example, yes. Now e6 is hanging. If he goes like this, there is f4. So there are like many possibilities. Yeah. So this will be battle out. Actually, he played b3. Okay, this interests me. He played b3, and what about a4? Because this is like doesn't want to allow knight b3. I was thinking here. Okay, this is kind of forced. And now I don't take the knight because queen b3, but I take this one.
Oh,
I take this one, hitting the rook and hitting this. And if this, I have this.
Okay.
And the a3 is caving in. This is like clearly
So it
good
looks
for
very
black.
attractive for black.
I'm trying to understand if there is some other try here. But this is like really. I think this might lead to sad position for White. Yeah, somehow the whole center disappeared. Yeah, and only ruins are.
Well, we could see that Amar is definitely should be happy as how things are going so far. But I'm sure Siblashvili will not going to leave so easily.
Of course, it's not easy. But yes, b4, knight b3. Already some trouble. I mean, it's interesting that engine just remains unfazed. Like plays b5 and gives up this. But trust me, like this is very difficult to do in the game. Even objectively, the White is worse. But this is maybe playable, yeah.
Right.
So we have the center. It's not obvious to human player, yeah. That I think it's exchange down basically, yeah. And only minor compensation, yeah. So in terms of the center, so
we will thank our viewers and
So
ask them to stay back for a short break.
Exactly. We'll have a break. Then our friend Edin join us, and yes, we will commentate.
Yeah,
this
well,
event.
we hope the best player wins the tournament, and more exciting chess is there. So don't go away, stay back, and
Yes, yes, it's
we'll come back shortly.
wide open. Yeah, actually, maybe Amar with this could catch up. Okay, so see you later. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.
Hello and welcome back. Yes, I am here with my colleague, international master Edin Pezerovic, and we are at the last stage of this tournament, round 9. We'll get back to the top boards when Puranik and Amar are in the fight for the first place, but now let's continue with the board number 3, which is game Swan versus Yuval, and yes, it's fairly tame from white. This h6 g5 looks a bit risky, but actually it's justified. And I like black's position. Now he tries to enter an endgame. That's his strength. Should white step out of it?
Black has a better bishop. In this situation, okay, rook e8.
Maybe, yes. Or
You
even
simplify.
maybe even this is possible. Some problem. No, this is pinned. So yes, but
Maybe
what,
h5 or
yes. Okay, so reasonable. If he, what happens if he trades?
the queens. Okay,
Yes.
take back.
Also is nice for black, yeah.
h3 probably.
Yeah. Okay, so this way and just fight for the e file. Maybe I could do something like a5, a4 to probe this knight. Of course, like
a4, a5. Okay. if
I mean,
you
yeah, both
would
sides
continue,
could try it, yeah. But I think black has some chances, some potential to run with the king side and or maybe even do it like this. This bishop might be slightly out of play, and all in all, it shouldn't be terrible for white, but slightly unpleasant. And he did queen c3, so he didn't want to enter the end game, which I might understand.
Spinning the knight.
Yeah, could black be aggressive with some h5? I'm not sure, yeah, because h3 kind of fits nicely.
f5.
Something. It's not so easy. That might be. Yeah, there might be some pressure for black. Yeah, so it's not really weakening; it's a grabbing of space. So I think Swan might win this. Yeah, I mean, now this is awkward for white to meet. Yeah, something. Just as an example. Yeah, that could be.
Dangerous on the
Could be
king side.
dangerous, yeah, or first maybe rook e8 something. So I like this, and Swan might catch up, yeah, with 7 points, at least top 3. Yumabayev, yes, he's trying to bounce back after yesterday's loss. He was doing better against Kocharin. Yes, I suggested also this plan queen c8, queen a8, and aiming for c5. Now he went for it, and d5 anyway. White usually doesn't want just to trade the pieces, he wants something more. And how does this work? This?
Maybe rook. Rook e1,
Oh,
d4.
this one,
I'm
yeah.
not sure.
Yes.
Looks very complicated. And now
d4 seems reasonable because now I will connect to it. Now I don't see anything for white.
okay, he has to take
Can black
once.
somehow take it? Okay, what happens? Just maybe something along those lines. The pin we're working in some rook e5 or. Now rook d1 is available. Maybe this position now some move. Do you see it?
Maybe we have to go back few moves earlier.
It's fine for black, yeah.
Okay, instead of rook
Okay, maybe one idea. Queen e2, hitting the bishop. And if the bishop moves, I have queen f3. Right?
and if you try queen c4 instead of rook e5, then
So
the
there's a rook d1.
rook is pinned.
No,
No, queen. Oh, okay, chess.
yeah, here is the rook.
Oh, okay. The
But
rook is
this
not
one,
only
is forced, yeah? He must do this. And now the bishop is hanging. I just want to take the bishop. So he must move the bishop. And then queen f3 is coming. This is the problem for black. You can see, yeah.
Can we solve it? No.
It looks like he's losing a piece, yeah, in this particular.
G5.
G5, hard to believe.
Okay, because the bishop has no good
Like
screen.
this.
But now I can.
Now we can.
Queen d8.
Yes, and now you'll win the bishop in the end.
Back.
Yes. Indeed, yes, so bishop c7.
That's working so far.
Like bishop e3 also you can play queen d8. It gives us just this crucial
Closing the e5.
crucial moment, yeah, to survive. C7. I just try to find some place for the bishop.
But now queen c8.
Yes, because you have rook d7, and if in case of this you have check
Also,
check.
rook.
No, just rook
Rook
d7.
d7 is good enough.
Yes. This is bogus line. And now black wins. Okay, so there are some sharp lines like here. I'm sure they're calculating this.
There's many to calculate.
Initially he took, and knight b5 happened.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, so before jumping, he just closes down the line for a while, and he wants to
Threats knight c7.
yes, win material that way. Could black somehow try to get some material for this? No, I don't think so. It's not enough. I mean, just to see that, okay. Or rook takes d1 or something, but I don't believe that this is
Okay, rook.
like anything, but
Rook d1, queen d1.
okay, these are just two pieces, for and this is crumbling for black. Anyhow, so this is a serious threat. It can be ignored. And maybe cannot be defended. Is it so? Queen c8. I mean, still knight c7, yeah? If nothing else. And that's it, right? Like, if I'm black, I want to at least give up the exchange for something. For a little something, yeah? Maybe like this. But it's, I think it's fairly little, yeah, that I'm here doubled with the rooks are playing here, so I don't know.
Simplify the position.
Yeah, this is very not very. This is maybe winning for white. So what went wrong? Maybe maybe he overlooked. Maybe he counted all those other lines and just forgot about the simple knight b5. This is like a,
He played d5
very very strong incursion
to avoid
the trade.
To avoid the trade of
Yes,
the
because
bishops.
this wouldn't be this wouldn't be nice, yeah, of course. So he just gained one move and then he jumped in knight b5 and for white. Okay, let's try it once again. Maybe this something like queen d8. No. And this. I could take perhaps I take
The
this bishop. This bishop I take, and what does black have for the piece? Okay, 2 pawns, but this one is lost, yeah. Okay, just anything. It's just some kind of technical win with piece up. So like sometimes, to be honest, sometimes I feel that those players they play very badly. Yeah, even they are like overrated and like what is like very weird games. But if I would be sitting there, I would be like missing all the tactics. Yeah, all the tactics. So I know how difficult it is, and it's sometimes even hard to understand some decisions. Like
perspective here.
yes, like should we? Why should we play c5 if we are not sure You know, there are some other moves. And bishop, because he played like this, he played bishop f8. Like what is? Yes. So this is what I'm saying. Yeah. That suddenly now, kind of he wiggles out of it. Yeah. Timur Kocharin. Yeah. So
The only
maybe this is the only
variation.
playable move, which was Hello. Yes. So this doesn't lead anywhere, like because this is the queen and
Queen c8.
queen c8. Okay, we have this position, but this looks fairly safe for black. Even maybe this. Okay, let's say it's equal. Bishop f8. Nicely done. I'm like still intrigued by this, but black could take it, or he might play something calmer, like. What is this? 95 with equality. But this one, okay. What is the best for both sides? Knight takes d5, rook. There will be some pin on the e file. I'm just curious about this line. Queen b7. No, it's just like this looks very scary for black. He just defends it with king f8. And okay, still compensation for white, but not more. This one is very difficult to play like this, but I mean this also bishop f8. Yeah, and this is the only move which kind of makes a draw, let's say. Yeah, but rook e8, knight e8, of course. Yes. c5, then he might even go back. Yeah, and or knight d6. Let's say knight a3, or what if he takes? I want to see the outlook of the critical positions. Queen b8. And this pawn is strong and weak at the same time, so there's some play left, but he's not better. Yeah, so okay, Travadon versus Sidorica. There's this h5. Yeah, I really like white position. I mean here, but later on we saw this with Vasu. Yes, because center crumbled for white, but black king
It's very
was stuck
active.
in it. Yes. A4 bishop, please. Very sharp, but I think black has some stability. With the pawn. Okay. Yeah, so white wants to kind of make black pay for this ambitious approach. I mean now this looks very dangerous. Yeah, somehow the king will never find the safety, and actually I have to say it was beautifully foreseen for white. Yeah, that like suddenly everything is coming together, and I think it's not good for black. Yeah, so.
Okay, queen. Okay.
Further, I could take the exchange if I want. Yeah, so
maybe knight c5.
knight c5. Yeah, just then to collect later. Yes. And this roundabout, like the king is too exposed. I don't know. Like this position looks grim for black. Also, where else do I go? Like maybe here. Okay, I can take the exchange and play maybe rook e3.
Or you take on.
And then later I take it. Also, you can do this. Yeah. You can take on e7. Yeah. And check. I go here. I don't know. I don't believe it for black for 1 second. Now there are like no checks, but also there are no threats. Yeah. So. I mean, white is completely winning.
Position.
Yes. Maybe just this, and I threaten mates. Okay.
Or rook e6.
Yeah, I mean everything is winning. This is just route. Yeah. So he played king e8. So he went that way. At least he kept the rooks for now, but actually this one is different. 96 back. Yeah, that's much better.
Queen F3.
I mean, these two pawns, they are doing a nice job of limiting the black's knights. Actually,
Protecting
just
the
like right around this point, if we go back, like it really doesn't seem. Maybe e5 is not necessary. Maybe he should instead like develop
Rook E8, Knight E7.
something. Yeah, but it's not easy to say. Yeah, I mean, of course, this now the material is even and
the C file is
yes,
open.
yes. So like he went for this, but somehow b4, very energetic play for white. A4, somewhere around here. Okay, I feel
He sacrificed.
it's not so bad. Like why a5? Maybe he somewhere around here he went wrong. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, because
Just
of
I need to
Rook
play this move, like whether I like it or not. If this will happen,
Rook B1 now.
okay, Rook B1 I see, but I play like Queen A3 or C3.
Now when I would take on B7, it looks dangerous.
It looks dangerous, but okay, like okay, everything looks dangerous, yeah, but
Okay.
this I don't know, it's not that clear to me. Because in the game, like he played A5 and he didn't manage to keep it closed. Even now, Queen A6 maybe has to be considered.
When he
But then D4 falls, like one or the other, yeah. Like this is, but this is terrible. I think that okay now there is absolutely no stability for black, yeah. This will fall
White
down.
is attacking with all
White
his
is winning, yeah. So
material.
yes, he should be able to prevail. So beautiful game from Milok Travadon, and it's going to Ben Ari versus Johan, and this was this English.
Okay, taking
Kind of unassuming for white, but a little better, I feel. Now, I want to put the knight on a5, perhaps. White, that's happened, yeah. I have two bishops and more flexible structure, yeah, so I like it. Black has some kind of central presence, but I would take white. You can think about d4, maybe even later on a4, b5.
He has more options.
Yes, it will take some time to resolve. Okay, Oktem Ege versus Kopilov. So we saw, okay, it was Italian but sharper line of it, and now came timely c5 for black with the c6 kind of defending, and probably it's reasonable. Pawn down, but white has too many weaknesses, and okay. Rook b8. Bishop the last move with the idea of bishop f6.
Looks more pleasant for black here. Although he's a pawn down.
He's a pawn down, but not so easy to find the moves for white. Like this.
B3 and then
How to increase the pressure? Maybe something like this, like would at least guarantee a draw, but maybe not more. Yeah, to be honest. Like here there is rook c4 and this is equal. Okay, like I don't know. There's also rook g4. It doesn't seem this like anything for either side. Could black ideally would take this pawn cleanly on f4 and then continue in the rook endgame against some weaknesses, but I'm wondering, so why not bishop c7? Also some rook g5 in play. And this is the white's idea, that he wants to play f5 and change the nature of the position, suddenly the g file would open and so on. So
getting counterplay.
So that's why he played like bishop d8, bishop f6, but maybe this one. I would say it's fairly equal, that black will probably get his pawn back, but not so much more, yeah, so. Okay, Moksha versus Janjal, and what was this? This was again some kind of English, but this time white plunged in for the pawn. Now it's curious because yes, I'm never convinced by either side, but usually I like to take such a pawn because I mean, what is wrong with this? It's just Okay, black has some nice compensation, but I don't really see exactly like where is where is the play? Yeah, so king g1 is some kind of knight e4, nice, trapping the queen.
Okay.
Knight d4 coming some kind of
Because of bishop takes and
messiness,
then
yeah,
check.
exactly. Not nice, but it's bad for black, no? Like,
Oh,
oh, this one
was pinned.
was it missed? I don't believe, no. Where should he
If-
go? Like if he moves the knight,
Knight e6 or
but this is the problem. Suddenly some kind of backdoor attack, and this is falling. Unbelievable, yeah. So, like he cannot. Maybe he missed this one. It's very easy to, like this one. Yeah, really big intrusion. Yeah, like this not. I'm thinking maybe knight takes g4. No, that.
knight h1.
Yes, I mean still some knight d4 would happen. Yeah,
Maybe the same idea.
it's not so much of help, but
Take on g4.
yes, this is what I expected. Okay, but I don't mind this straight queens. I'm happy.
That's okay.
Yes, okay. Now the material is even, but look at my structure. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, maybe it's playable for black, but which I would consider chances for white. Yeah, but there's also rook d8 here. It's a bit awkward. Not so easy. Maybe b4 now. Yeah. Before with the idea of rook b3 that I have, but it's also taken knight c5. No,
b4.
I don't know if it's okay. It's still suspect. Yeah. So, I mean, the problem with white pawns is that they are too loose. Yeah, like something like this.
Rook b4 instead of.
Yes, I was thinking rook b4, but still I could play knight
Okay,
c5.
the same idea.
Or I could take before. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced. Like somehow I understand why he wanted to avoid this. Yeah, but somehow around here maybe f4 wasn't necessary. Like maybe knight c4, because f4 seems
more solid. Yeah.
f4 seems a bit reckless. Yeah, and black was on top of it. That he jumped in with the counterplay, and
But still.
but this is a piece now. I don't say bishop b2 kind of he's hoping to
Looks like
catch
a
his knight,
blunder.
but it looks very bad. Like I could even take on e3 and keep the knights kind of. I don't know how good is this. Probably black is winning, but maybe there is something even better. No, just rook d5. Is there a trapping of this knight? Like something like this if I play rook c1. This is maybe some hope for white. I mean even so
Because of knight f5 here.
yeah.
But
Okay, it's just this rook takes c4 should be winning.
maybe his only chance here.
Yeah, I don't think it's winning. Yes, so black enjoys this position. So also some kind of weird move. Like if knight, then rook, or like
Knight,
this, or maybe this, or like now white is totally pinned, but there's like no moves, and rook, like this is coming. But not sure if this is enough. I just like the first line, and that's sufficient. Giving back exchange, but dominating then. Let's look at Weigand. He had some kind of pressure on the king side. And here I was saying it's equal. I'll play just some a3, some prophylaxis for white. Play this. And queen g4. Some kind of maybe sacrificial ideas. Indeed, this happened. And to rook h8. A safe move. Avoiding any sacrifices, I think. How to improve for either side? Like white could, I don't know, play on dark squares, but doesn't seem so critical for black. What could black do? Somehow like a5, a4 or... Yes, still... It's a fighting position. Definitely. I'd say it's also roughly equal, but I would take black, maybe. Practice. Ufa versus Dorans. And discuss this, you know, that Ufa... I wasn't that much impressed by this opening also. There was 97 for black or something, several times. Even this is like... I don't like 98. I'm not sure why he did so. Like 97 or rook d8 somehow he has some other moves. Maybe he kind of lost direction here and with this lost of time, yeah. And now, I mean, he will need to reintroduce this knight. Also not easy, but okay. Let's say f5, f6. We are discussing this. It's like very dangerous. Yeah, why this storming through? Yeah, so. I think it's an advantage. No versus Heinrich. So this one is new. So let's take a look at it. I have Botvinnik, and yes, I like this opening. It's pity that it's not played more often. And when it's played, then you see some long theory, and it's like, like in those old times it was unexplored. Yeah, so it was like much more exciting here. But still, of course, there are so many. Besides g3 and the main lines, bishop e2, I'm not so familiar with. Of course, both players try to trick each other. So this one looks decent for black because he got this f6 already. 95, queen trade. Okay, who would you rather be? Like, okay, I still think it's equal, but I have this kind of nice pawns, a5, you know, for future. Okay, white has the king side, but I can even bring the king. I think there is no danger for black, yeah, so. But it's okay, it's sharp position. b4, both sides are at it, yeah, so g6 probably leads to only some trades.
Or h6.
So he plays h6 first and he keeps this option open. Bishop c6 also maybe sometimes bishop e8 idea. So okay, now it came. Thinking if black shouldn't play like rook g8 first and prophylaxis. But okay, white can also play like bishop h5 and f4 to stabilize and then maybe open the second front.
Or bring the bishop in to c2.
Yes.
Okay, now rook e1. Okay.
So it trades. I mean, this h6 pawn looks menacing. Tying down the black's forces. And by the way, black sometimes is some kind of c3, you know, breakthrough, but not really now, yeah, so...
a3.
b3, okay, this is...
To prevent bishop c2.
Yeah, kind of keeping bishop out of the diagonal, but I feel that, okay, it's not ideal. Could white try to somehow, let's say, play this and some kind of bishop g4 idea to tie down black?
Maybe,
what
bishop
should
d7.
What should he do? Bishop d7.
King f7.
Maybe bishop h5 I want to play, but you can start with king f7. Here I want to just...
Okay, f4 is dangerous. f4, f5, or...
because now black doesn't have a way out of it. And I will just... I can bring the king or something. But... But the problem with this, okay, maybe king f7. I want to play this and king g7 to be in time. Like very move per move. We check. Okay, this looks great for white. Yeah, suddenly black pieces are sidelined, and this is not going anywhere. I think it's winning. So somehow in this sharp battle, I think white prevailed. Like really interesting, pushing h6, g6. I want maybe black should have gone like more careful because this a5 b4. Okay, does he have to do it right away? How to play this endgame? You know, just like bring the king first and rook g8.
Yeah, rook g8.
It's not so easy for white to break through, and I will do this a5 b4 later because if this was the idea that I will play b3, it's even for bishop endgames it's terrible, you know. So it's not really what he wants. Now he'll be tied to the. Okay, I have maybe one idea. So you're suggesting also f4, but how really? King f7, king g7, or even on this I go this. Let's check. I go back. We have this check.
No, check again and bishop g6.
Or this one is a nice plan.
Okay, all right.
And then you play without rook. Then you play the rest of the game normally. Yes, and this is also. I mean, looks winning. Because okay, I have even this. Because once this dark square blockade kicks in, it's maybe bishop g6 anyway. Yeah, let's okay. That's it.
But no c3. Okay, the bishop is
Yeah, we'll just kind of
controlling the.
ignore it, no? Like c3, king c1, and I'm winning. So it is very interesting. Seems to me that white is going to prevail.
Okay, we played f4.
It's f4, bishop f7 somehow. Bishop g4, bishop f7, f4. What is his move?
King f8.
If I take the rook endgame is not clear, yeah, because now this is a weakness, yeah, actually. Could I do f5? No. Still king g7. It's not convincing. No. Somehow white got stuck. This I don't believe. Okay, let's just check it. There's also king g7 here. I have a question. This is good for black now. Black is winning this king opponent game. Important to know. Okay, maybe I will make a draw like this. We'll take the rest. It's still something, but
Something like this. Of
consider
course.
maybe draw. But kind of what got lost in the weeds there, yeah, like.
What to do here?
Right. This is interesting. So h7, rook h8, rook h6. This is what I wanted to play anyhow. Bishop e8, maybe because we tried with bishop on d7, but maybe if bishop is there, you know, then this is much better. This approach of the king. Okay, so what if I play? I enter like the bishop and so for example, f5, this somewhere. Now, how do you reconcile with because this gives me. Okay, you can now move the rook, but I don't know. It still looks nice for white, doesn't it? Like this. I'm putting my hopes into bishop endgame that I could like. This bishop will take care of the b pawn, and my king could win the a pawn actually. You see, this is the idea, and now black cannot trade the rooks, right? And he also cannot really eliminate this pawn.
Cannot attack this.
So this winning.
Okay.
So f5 is a crucial move. Let's go back like this rook endgame is also I think. Okay, first of all there is rook h.
And if he's taking on h7,
There is this move winning the bishop.
Okay.
Where? So taking on a7?
I don't know.
And then I take on e6. Okay, maybe.
Okay.
Let's check. So take. Bishop g8 you want to play, or
Never lose the.
I mean, if you can also go this way and you have bishop c6. E7 and this. Oh, everything falling like a ton of bricks, you know, like this. Okay, so okay, bishop g8 he must play.
But now e7 and bishop e6.
Still.
Same idea. Okay, but now you can take on d5. Deflect him.
Yes.
Take the next, and that's winning.
Indeed. Also, like I think this pawn storm was a bit of a failure for black. Like you lose those pawns in many lines, and if not, can you produce a miracle like this? But I I don't think so. Okay, this f6 e6. This is
bishop
this.
h5.
Game over, yeah. Yeah, like this is too slow. And this we saw in the game, and nice end game. I like those kind of.
Well played by
Yes, bishop end games kind of showing his superiority there. Stoyanov versus Okhadzan. Let's take a look. It was Solzin and bishop f4. This is new for me, but it's reasonable. b7, rook c8. I could also try to play with long castle in those lines, but check. Yeah, I think it's comfortable for white. Knight c4. I think maybe black equalized. They are not allowing white to play knight c4 or occupying the d5 square. Have a knight f5 here. Just rook e8, or does he want to play?
Maybe g4.
Yes.
It's dangerous. Rook g1.
Let's rip it open. Yeah, definitely. Black will not challenge this knight. It looks great. Looks
Also possible.
like a huge attack for white. Yeah. I mean, this one doesn't help at all. Yeah, then kind of black king will perish. So indeed, looks like always king is a bit safer on b1. I feel, and he'll let the white knight jump out. Maybe g6 is something to be like b5. It seems like a kind of empty gesture. It's not really attacking. So I think white will win this. Check Kukushkin Smirnov, two talented players. And it was like a Moscow variation of the Sicilian bishop b5. Knight takes d4. I'm a bit unusual usually. Queen takes, but this is also viable. Like kind of playing knight c3 later, like knight is on c5. I'm not too impressed by white's play, but whatever works. Like here e5. I'm also not sure. Yeah, it's like for this bishop is not good news, and this is weak. But he managed to make a move, yeah, in the center, and now you straight at rook f6, f4. I like black. I have to say this is a nice, very nice rook swing, and rook f2. So what happens if, I cannot take on account of rook g2 and discovery. Nicely calculated, yeah. King h1 is rook takes h2 and mate. So I'm just let me.
King h1 take.
I was thinking,
Rook
can
h6,
white king somehow escape? Or there is a rook h2 with perpetual.
Queen g5. Rook h2.
Oh, queen g3 in the end.
G3.
Queen g3 in the end, yeah.
It's
Or this.
mating or
Yeah,
h4.
this is mate. This is nice. Yes, so
Nice,
that's for rook f2. Rook f2, just protecting. Now this hangs in the balance. I mean, black could take on b3 at the worst case. but he doesn't want to do it yet. I mean, there are some problems.
Knight is quite poor.
Knight is quite poor, but could become alive. Yeah, suddenly. I don't know. What about this bishop? Maybe there is some, considerations for this. And if this is like a safe structure, it's almost like being a pawn up. Yeah, that this is static and. Okay.
He will take on each side.
That's the problem, yeah. So yes, of course, I don't want to do it normally, but I mean, it's like this is a bit concerning, no? Or not? Okay, so let's not play a5, but maybe some other move. But now this is hanging even. So how do we defend it? This is hanging. This is hanging. Black has some weaknesses, and I think he needs to be forceful with the attack somehow that to justify it. And this is not quite there, yeah. Just queen b8. Queen b8 is a problem, so or queen d8. So maybe he suffers a bit. Could I play like d5? I don't know. Knight c5, knight d3,
And
or
queen b6. Okay.
the queen b6 you want to play, but
And rook g2.
oh, nicely done. Yeah.
It's worth analyzing, but I'm not sure. Okay.
No,
queen.
it's Munich, no?
Are you sure? Okay, then
Rook-
rook g6. Oh, okay, this one.
This.
Oh, okay, it's easy.
The previous idea, yeah.
Calculated only rook g6.
Yes. So
Maybe
this
both.
one, or maybe I start with this. You have to decide. Queen a7. I want to keep it.
Queen e3 looks dangerous.
Queen e3. Okay, what do I?
Take
Rook
a step for
f3.
Rook f3.
There is rook d6 in the end
d6
also.
is hanging. Or maybe.
Like many things are hanging here, yeah.
Hmm.
Like this bishop c4.
Rook b8.
Oh yes,
That's the
check.
problem.
Let's check. Let me go here. You take, I take over here.
And both
Okay, this is
the
mate
rooks are
threats.
falling.
So he needs to take.
Mhm.
Now who is better?
Maybe black.
Maybe black, but maybe white. I don't know. The king defends the e-pawns and this one is falling. Do you want to play like e4 or? It looks bad.
Maybe bishop c4. Yeah.
What about the king and pawn endgame?
Uh,
Well, okay, just for the sake of it to calculate. I mean, this is okay, but it seems to me that white will have some kind of tempo here. King f5. Now this is a mutual Zugzwang. Whoever wishes to move loses, so I will play this. I will just copy the black pawn, and now
That's okay.
king g3. Okay, but white wins. Okay,
f4.
take.
Mm-hmm. I
Okay,
guess
this-
so. White is winning.
King f3. Yes, one moment. Yes. Okay, see you soon.
But pushing the pawn and trading the queens.
Okay, this is not going to happen. I just
Okay.
like it's quite
D5.
interesting.
d5, king g2. Only move.
Yes, so just pushing. And then, but wasn't king f3 better? I have a feeling.
Probably.
Like instead of okay, so
It's-
d4.
it's-
Like I want to keep him boxed in. So
Okay, after h4. King h2.
okay, now it makes no sense for me to play king f2 because then he will
He's
stalemate.
promoting with check. Ah, okay. That's the other option. Okay. d6.
No, but his
d6.
yeah, no, it's not a great option. No, because this is a draw.
Stalemate.
Otherwise, it's probably no. So this
Oh, d5 is.
yes, and you will just win the king opponent game. Could he get to
You can also.
just
Okay.
okay? And this should be some study. No, indeed, like
Okay, king g. King G1, King G3 is winning.
Now I want to go like into
Yeah.
this.
Okay, that's winning.
That's winning. King H3 could be only concern.
But
Then
now
check.
the same.
He must go.
Otherwise, checkmating.
And now yes, and this is it.
It's also winning.
Or if he goes king,
The
just a
easier way.
second. Goes here.
Then checkmate. C4 and
Yes. Yes, so this was forced. Yes, okay. This is like a crazy analysis, of course, going too far back, and I'm sure there are many mistakes in that and many other possibilities. Well, it shows it's very, very concrete. Like, okay, this queen e3, I don't know. It's somehow I maybe like to keep the spin on, and I still have the same idea, but now it's maybe not so clear, yeah. Because now
you will get a lot of material here.
I need to go here to defend the rook. Oh, but actually queen g7
Queen G7.
and something. But now I have a check and check. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. I need to think this complicated position, but some kind of h5. I like black, but white could also get back with the knight. Let us think. Like here, I suppose white. Okay, white has to go for it because otherwise, it's big. Or this pawn he's taking, and now, yeah. So if this somehow is not working for black, it's not easy.
Okay.
Queen b6 he played in the game.
If you take on G2 here, only to take a look. Okay.
Okay. Rook g6. I go here.
Bishop. And checkmate.
Oh.
Okay,
I'm like missing such a motive.
The same idea. King e1, rook g1,
And queen
also
e3.
mating.
This is nice epaulet mate. This is beautiful. Yes, this one was great find. Somehow this is working for black. Yeah, so it's full of tactics. I want to just unpin and win it. Yes, but black has always some tricks.
Be careful.
And this ending I don't like for white. There has to be something better. Yes, it's like really under pressure. For example, if I do this, then my rook is hanging. I don't like it, yeah. Something.
Cannot move the queen.
Yes, I don't know. White pieces are a bit off, yeah.
The knight is out of the game.
No.
You will need the knight on F1 or D1.
Yes, somehow defend. A very intriguing position. Yes. All right. So let's take a look at Gunebakan. This bishop c5, c7 bit modern, but yes, I know this knight e7, h4, f3, g4 is also possible.
Classical setup, or
yes. But black was well booked up. White decided just to enter this endgame, but I don't think it promises much. It's just kind of technical game. I mean, they like to play such let's say even positions. Kind of moving around. Okay, this is nice. I mean, how to evaluate this? Okay,
I
took
would
this.
prefer white, but
Let's look at
only
two
on the
pawns.
first sight. I'm not sure.
Yes, it's difficult to like here. I play rook b5, or rook b7. I don't know. One of the two. Then it's dangerous. Yeah. So. Okay, hard to say, but let's say it's like relatively even, but chances for both sides. I would take black maybe, yeah.
You're right.
Some
Maybe
kind of
black.
yes, at least easier game, yeah, easier game. Okay, let's get back to the top of our standings because this is what is important. And Puranik is half a point ahead, needs a draw. Petko, of course, wants to play, wants to try it with white. We saw it was a Spanish, pretty cold one. D4 is a radical solution. And here I suggested c5. I think it's a critical moment. Or even next move, c5. Bishop e4 I didn't like so much. Because now he will not get it yet. I think this is a good solution for white. It's risk-free, ideal for last round, and
Controlling
it is better. Yeah. Like yes, there's no c5 coming in this version, and doubling
He's
up on this.
preparing
Yeah,
f4, knight h4.
nice improvement. h5. I think this is precarious for black. I now see the following plan. And the knight could land here or somewhere on f6. Black rooks are tied down to defense of the 6 pawn. Not so easy to find target counterplay for black. Like where is it coming from? Because usually this is not like a huge problem. Usually there is, something to play for. But knight h2 indeed played, and I think Petko has great chances. Also, like if the knight comes ever to f6, then h7 is the invasion square. So, and I could even play like this. Why not? I have the freedom. I think Puranik is in big trouble. Do you have any ideas like how to? It's +2 basically. And to even play like this, it's like the +2 for engine, but for human is maybe +5. I don't know. Because the weak king and extra pawn, and it doesn't matter that he finds some only moves. Like to my eyes, white is winning. So this will be still, of course, some fight left. And Amar already won. Okay, so he is on 7.5. Okay, he's now very happy. Now he can watch. He's at least second. He lost the direct encounter to Puranik, so Puranik would be first if he wins. If he makes a draw, at least. Yeah,
He needs a draw.
he needs a draw. But if I'm not sure he will manage. And actually, Petko will overtake him and some others. Yeah. So okay, this was kind of ambitious approach for white. I liked it, but suddenly, right now at this moment, I thought, okay, now I can bishop a6. Suddenly, very hard to defend it. So now this a3, a bit careless. Yeah, there should be some rook c1 already in, because now a4 is coming.
Of course.
And now this is exchange down. Okay, he even did this. Somehow feels wrong. Like this.
c4 is hanging.
Yes. yes. Yeah, but this is he lost the pawn and what a pawn, yeah, at that, yeah. So it's also better knight against worse bishop, yeah. So kind of passive position, and Amar. Okay, there's still some technique, but ultimately the knight will prevail. So g6, king g7. This is what we like. Make our king secure, and then rook f5. Then actually black pieces are entering the position. Knight g4, and it was quick. I mean, this queen c6, rook a7 was desperation. Like black has this at least, but of course we feel that I mean, he went all in because perhaps
with queen c6, that was the wrong idea.
Yes, but let's say some passive defending, like it wouldn't help. Like black will improve either g5 or like something will give you.
Take
Like,
on f3 and.
yes, like this. It's like so many plans. You understand that this is impossible to hold kind of passively. Pawn down and fairly hopeless. Yeah. So like knight g4. What was happening here? Check. This mate or this mate. Yeah, so it's like a very convincing game. Sivashvili played this like really poorly. Like right around here, I think maybe it's already lost. Like what was the mistake? Maybe e4. Maybe I don't like this move because actually, okay, he can play it later.
What he has done before?
I would maybe just go maybe like this and just develop. I think even a3, you know, oh, a3 was actually in the opening, but somewhere around here,
Knight b5 maybe.
knight b5 or
b5
b3, yes. To stabilize, yeah, this is what I like. Bishop f8, let me go this way. Now have the control, like e4, if you take I think, to be honest, I think he wanted to, I also haven't seen it, I think he completely missed bishop a6 because he can't go for this, yeah, this queen e2 is not good, like this is...
He invited him to...
Yes, yes, and then now this is all falling, like disaster. There is no way even like, rook c1, bishop b2, and bishop takes a3. Everything is falling. Yeah, this is. And it's surprising how it could turn. Yeah, one moment of carelessness, and the game is gone. So let's look at Porani actually right away because he pushed in with c5. I think it's maybe the only way that he could compete in this game. So, okay, knight g4, I expect. Can he play something like bishop e7 just to defend it? But this looks painful. Maybe take first or okay, how to do it the best? Okay, I will just do this. This is one way, or queen takes d5 even, but this one is fairly convincing.
And if rook's ec6,
Here.
try.
But okay, this counts with matrix.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And losing like the full rook, yeah. So it's this is no joke. Yeah, this is like weak king and weak all the pawns. Porani will be kicking himself because also if you go back, there's like a fairly calm Spanish position, and if you remember, there was the last game of the European Individual Championship, and Ukrainian Roman Dektyarov, he won like this line against the Spanish star, this
the young one.
Yes, I forgot the name, but yes, he against David Anton Giaro. Yes, and he won this, and he became European champion out of nothing. I even haven't heard the name, and he's now the European champion. Is let's say Ukrainian boy 2400. Like wouldn't say that like no previous great results, but it shows that how difficult it is, just how even is the field that anybody could win. Yeah, that and it's a sport after all.
More even than in the past.
Yes, exactly, and because of the opening preparation, it was like a good choice for the last round because he needed to win with white, and he played a strategical masterpiece, and this also was really nicely done. Like right around here, I would be still feeling okay. But okay, queen d8 maybe passive, but I really d5 maybe. Also, it was possible to play like this, like Benoni. Yeah, I feel because okay, if d5 at least, the bishop is beat out and I have stable position. I mean d5 is fairly concrete, and I think you need to follow it up with c5. Because if you don't do it, then I mean, already it's too late.
Any
yes.
Counterplay.
This one, I think it was nicely spotted. Like also the opposite color bishops. This torture for black. He doesn't want to do it, and that one it's a good knight versus the bad bishop and weaknesses. Yes, so it's just like. I mean, the problem is also that there is a second front opening on the king side. Like if black could somehow block it. Then it's not so easy for white to remaneuver the knight and seek something on the queen side. It would take a long time, but the problem is here. Somehow he cannot. It's like a principle of two weaknesses that he cannot hold everything together. Here there is a weakness. It's not a majority, and here white has a kind of ready-made.
And e pawn.
Yeah, kind of pressure. So
too strong.
and it's like also how he played like really slowly, king g2, h4, h5. Yeah, I mean. This also wouldn't help, yeah, like gives up the g5 square, he cannot really afford it. So but now the light's cut. Maybe not playing g5, but I don't think. I think this is already beyond repair. Like it's,
What's
yeah,
the
I think
position now?
maybe not exactly, but
Mm.
he played rook to c5
And
now.
traded.
Now
Okay.
trade, but this one is coming. What about?
He has to play.
Okay, this is a pawn, but maybe I have something better for white. Is there 93 or queen f5? No, maybe I'll just take it.
Okay.
Then I think more. How do I want to win it? When some little precision is required, but this one is fairly, I think, fairly easy to navigate because there is no counterplay for black. If you take a look at white's position, everything is defended. Yeah, there is no king is safe. I could like improve slowly. Yeah, like it's not, you know, it's not so difficult. Like similar position to convert. Like only some like really blunder might stop him. I feel. Yeah. That he could even on a good day think of f4, f5. Yeah, why not? Like looks crashing. So. So now it seems that Amar is going to win the tournament again, and I really wouldn't say so. Like he had some even losing positions in the opening rounds, and he managed to wriggle out of it. He lost to Puranik, who played it in a nice style, and yeah, I think okay, this is how it is. Probably Puranik will be like third. Yeah, or maybe even fourth. I don't know how the other games will finish, but it will be really bitter for him.
No,
yeah.
Something went wrong for
For Svane.
for Svane.
But okay, there is also weak back rank, so I don't know how bad this is. But let us go back. So we saw this position, Queen G4. I liked it. Queen F5, and now C5. Bit surprising. Limiting the bishop and also rook f3. This is a nice idea from white. Now he took. Okay, black fights back, but his king is vulnerable.
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
G5. You know, that's why I was saying that in practice is not so easy. And D6. What can I take? If you take, I play king to G. Oh,
Queen C3.
Queen C3 check. Ay. Rook e6, also Queen C3 check, like on anything.
Take the better piece.
So maybe he was relying on something here, but
What to do? C6. It's too passive.
I feel that this pawn is terribly strong, and I could take no. Okay, first I make Luft. Okay, then I think maybe H3 even better. Okay, H3. And then I'm taking this, or I'm also swinging my rook. Okay, this, I think it's close to winning. This one. Okay, black could fight with rook e6. I'm not saying, but it's like otherwise. Okay, this is the threat. Can I do?
Is not a proper piece to block.
Can I go like rook
Such a good
e6? Kind of. Okay, this kind of. Rook d6 doesn't work, yeah. So this is like really the nice edge, like. Okay, otherwise I'm taking. But the problem is maybe check.
And take on C2. Check on C2.
Yes, and then take. And then take. So this is the problem. Therefore, he played rook e5. I can already see. Rook e5 was played.
Lost the pawn.
Okay, so this is the plan. Actually, I mean this leads only to a draw. Yeah, we saw. So White was more ambitious, and he played queen takes s7. But this one is not. It's okay for black. Yeah, probably queen b6. Okay, some.
Okay,
just maybe this. Okay, let's say Luft. Maybe this. Or rook e6, like, or this. And that doesn't seem that White has anything more than draw in many of those lines. So I think, okay, maybe slightly better if he kills the queens, like something like this against some weaknesses of black. Maybe slightly better, but
Absolutely, when b4.
maybe queen b5 even. Like, because if you take here, I'm able to take over there. If you take with the rook, I have a check and queen e5. It's only like the tables could turn. Yeah,
Queen e4.
yes. Okay, but now this is good for white because now he has rook b4. Yeah, and this, for example, this is winning endgame. Yeah? So it's like really about precise calculation. Maybe this, yeah. But we are like really far here into this, but maybe black still holds, yeah, according to this one. But okay, white could try it probably with not so much risk. Yes, I think there is some advantage. Even I could go queen d4 directly, yeah. But now I'm trying to take king g7. This. Yes, so it is slightly awkward. No, f4 maybe, or some h4 probes. Black has a lot of pawn islands. Okay, he needs to be precise. I'm sure that objectively it's okay with the centralized rook. Okay, by the way.
No, it's interesting.
Okay, isn't this like typically winning for white
King
with the
or this one?
with this distant passer, but it's not quite, yeah, because the black king is active. So I think okay, this may be even good. I don't know. Like let's see.
I think it's winning. G4 and king f1.
But the black king kind of advances here. Like you will not get. If it was like without the b pawns, it's winning. But you see the difference that for white is not so easy to create the distant passer.
What to do after g4?
G4. So let's analyze this case.
King f1.
I actually like king and pawn endgames, and why not?
Okay, that's okay for black.
Yes, I mean some precision required for both sides, I believe.
No, you can.
I mean, I think
f5 or
I think it's notoriously difficult even for top players. Yeah, like okay, a4, king e5 is good. Why? Yeah. So it's and this will be somehow liquidated, but
it should be drawn.
It's not obvious. Yeah. So okay, one can only guess, and I mean maybe both players could like go for it in order to get some winning chances. Paradoxically, in the king and pawn endgame. Yeah. So Yumabayev Kocharin. Let's check this one a bit.
Oh, okay, this one.
This is knight b5, but
knight b5,
wasn't so
bishop
decisive
f3.
here like this. Black got out and played g5. Okay. That is fighting back. No. Okay, probably not possible to take on d6 because it will be pinned, yeah? Like knight b5 and so on. What is this position? Can black play like f5 and... also not easy for white, like how to... Like this is a blockading square. Fairly good one at that. If knight b5, then a6, and then I'm able to take. So this is some kind of like paradox position that both sides are waiting. Maybe I take white. Yes, I think it's a bit easier to play. Black has to be on lookout for many, I don't know, tricks and something like this. Maybe even f5. Something like this, is it? But there's only one check. No. We get some moves because they are already kind of blitzing. f5 indeed happened, queen b5. This is what I was saying, that now the rook feels the heat. And some 96. Oh, it was tough to calculate.
And rook h7 wasn't good enough.
Here I have like even this. This is an area. Okay, so rook h7.
Only two.
You want to mate me? Yes. Of course. Why not? If it works. No.
But I'm not sure. No.
But okay.
Okay.
I mean, it looks
check
good.
on f3.
It's mate, no?
Okay.
Yes, 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 I have. Yes.
Mhm.
Then rook h1 is coming. So
Okay.
and
D7 is not possible,
I mean, this is really scary. Yeah, rook h7, queen h5.
but you can play queen c4.
Yes.
Looks dangerous. If b5
Indeed.
and the knight takes.
Yes, yes. Oh, the queen is like loaded on the king. There's no way.
To protect the king.
Yes, this is like, of course, black cannot stay passive here. He's going to lose. Yes, this deep pawn. I think somewhere around here he was fine, but I'm sure that he had to probably block the d6 square somehow. Yes, it's like this. When this is, I think he's in some trouble here. Yeah, the pawn is too strong to be ignored. Yeah, and there are some complications, but
It's easy to manage.
I think it's quite poor. Yeah, for black like this. I think in the end the Juan is going to prevail. Travadon already won. It was, I mean, this was this bombastic game. Like he really played it. So he took the exchange, then rook e3, then took the remainder. Okay, there is no king d7 is g5 here. It's absolutely no way to go with the. This is like nice. Oh, okay, but it's not too difficult
To find.
Yeah, so nicely done. I'm not sure, maybe it's a GM norm. Certainly great tournament from Travadon. And we see Ben Ari. Ben Ari played. This English was better, but b5, c5 played by black. It is the current position still. It's like feels comfortable. But it's very concrete, like now this is hanging some kind of. Okay, this doesn't work because loses a knight, yeah. But what should black do? Like f5, just to shut out this bishop. e4 could be, no. This is very dangerous for black.
Knight f.
F.
If you
Yeah.
take, I will take back and queen g5. It looks
Maybe
some counter. Okay.
This. This no. Okay, it's really sharp, but there's some other moves also before. Just if it's like one idea, I don't know if it's the best. Maybe just some bishop f8 or. But it feels that black is under pressure. Yeah, that I just want to trade it and clear it for two bishops. I like white. And I d2 there, but okay. Kopil's already made a draw. Yeah, we are evaluating this as equal. So white chose this, and okay, he has no advantage, but ended up yes, by the division of the point. So I think both players could be happy with their tournament. Reasonably solid performance. And the Angel already won. Yeah, now we saw this. So actually, it's not. Rook c1 is not on the cards because knight takes a3. Yeah, so this was. Now he resigned. Yeah, like this is hanging. If he moves, then he loses this, and he loses everything.
He cannot protect the rook.
Yeah. There's like no, like in cases like this, it's it's a comical position, yes. So it's like still this one pawn up, but or two pawns up. No. Actually, he likes the piece now. So sorry. Yeah. Okay. It's just there's a route, and Hess is playing. Yes, actually, White played this plan, which I kind of alluded to, and now I think he really got a huge advantage. This is all pinned. He can take with the queen, and yeah, White is really pushing through. I think this is just maybe
possible.
topical, yeah, that here queen f6 and knight takes e6, I think. And now rook g3 is maybe winning, no? Or something along those lines. Like I don't know.
You can also take on g6 and e6.
G6 is winning, yeah. It's winning. So he can do this, and b5 is coming. Nicely done. Okay, so now the threat is take and knight takes f7 and queen h6, and then so there are some serious threats for White.
He has to capture.
Nice play from Anton Wagner because like okay, maybe this is the move.
Okay.
Last ditch effort.
Queen
Cold
f6.
shower. Losing a rook. Oh man. Okay, like but if he takes, this is not going to last long. I don't know. This knight is only for to museum. Like he's not doing anything on f4. Okay, let's find a mate. How to deliver with White. Okay, I can play also like g4 kind of. Maybe slowly enjoy it. Yeah. This one is. Oh no, not yet.
The same problems here as with the pawns.
I want to do like this one. The queen g6. I have rook g8, but the problem is that you have king h7, and somehow I'm not getting ahead. Or something like this, and he played g4. Yeah, he played g4.
He played g4.
Like he played rook d8.
Ah, okay. He hasn't.
Yes, and now g4. So maybe we'll see something similar to knight c4, or I don't know. Take now h5. Can I do this somehow? Or okay, it seems that this should be something, or just okay. Let me take it normally. And h5, isn't this enough? Maybe. Okay, this I'm hoping for this.
But knight d2. Maybe queen g5 after that.
You can play h6.
A6 queen.
I'll go here.
And if queen f4 when I will take on g4.
Then you will take. Yeah, this is what we are waiting. But I think okay, king g2 and this knight is bit. Okay, you have to play this, but it's. I don't know. Is it
Anyway, better for White.
Anyway, yeah, there should be some. There are multiple options, yeah, but I have something like rook c7 ideas, yeah. Anyway, like, this is interesting. Maybe knight d2. I go first here. Go. You have to do this, yeah, kind of. Only chance to. Isn't there something strong here for White? I have a feeling that there must be, but I don't see. Black hangs in tight, yeah, so. Even if I take twice, I'm better, but I don't know. It's unconvincing. F3 doesn't help, like still queen g4. Okay, but anyway, like. This Petko won, yeah, so this is we'll get back to it. So Ufa made a draw. Yeah, so this was disappointing tournament. Like I think he was even much better in this game, but I think he should have played f5. Now it was pretty flat, and his opponent managed to block the board. And there's absolutely nothing. If anybody is better, it's okay. It's not black because it's a lockdown position. Draw. And okay, now let's return to the on the first board. Petkov already won, and yeah, this was nicely done. Like g4 and f4. F4 just okay. I'm not concerned. because of the black pieces, they are very passive. They will not hurt my king. D4 is just one check, after all, and this is fairly easy. F5, F6, coming absolutely crushing black. So, for example, the bishop is lost, cannot be defended. Yeah, very, I think, painful loss for black, but deserved. And
King h7, rook f8, take on h6.
and mate. Yes, I mean it's a nice final line. Yeah, but it was like domination for white all the way, and
He won't.
he'll be second. Petko will be second, and yes, I believe first is Amar. That's clear. So only one player with a 7.5. So surprising last round, winning with black and taking the title.
Zane is defending.
Savannah.
Not okay.
Yes, I thought it.
He made the
A
right
little bit of suffering,
decision,
but
yeah. Okay, rook. See.
yes, I wouldn't like it in the game, but
Or queen b8.
this is completely
No,
secure.
that's probably.
Take, and this I have.
Mm-hmm.
Can simplify it really.
Or queen g7.
Well, okay, so now the trade is queen f8, queen takes h6. Maybe now I have a check. Yes.
Very similar.
Okay, but now black king is so vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Can I? Okay. Can I go f6 somehow? You give a check, but I can't go here. No, it's bad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Rook g8.
Okay, it's not serious, I think.
And then queen b4. And checkmate.
Mate next.
Mm.
Of course, there is a undesirable king bulk for black. Even like this, king f3. Give this check. Okay, now it will end, yeah, somehow here. So it looks concerning because actually it's maybe worse than it looks, because he has a lot of targets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is weak. This is weak. You know,
f8.
it's an ugly position. Rook c7. No, so actually rook d8. Let's play queen d8. Queen g7 came. So it's like he's stewing here. And he cannot trade the queens because then he loses the rook endgame. He cannot do.
b3.
He's like really facing serious issues. White king is very safe and.
No perpetual.
This is what I think, that for computer this is okay, but I don't
They
believe
will
it.
always find the best.
Queen a5, b4, rook e1.
Okay, no.
And
Sure.
now this is like still concerning, but
That's better.
somehow this may be okay. This is rook endgame with some counterplay. Not obvious, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if this is like the only way, then queen a5 just to get some checks and maybe trade queens if it's fortunate. But he played d5, I think he's going to lose it. Rook f3. Okay, I want to at least do something and have the d6 square, or
How to protect the
but this is just a hellish position, yeah. Everything is weak. Everything is.
queen b4, queen c5. Oh.
Going to lose.
Mm-hmm. Queen d8 maybe.
Let's take a yes. This will continue for some time. In time trouble. Let's take a look at the Jumabayev. Went with
Clearly better here.
yes. So queen h7 actually was possible. Barely holding. Only just one mistake, and it's not even obvious, and then it's lost. Knight d5, for example, here, going here, and king g2, kind of knight e7. Yeah, just winning in exchange, and also not taking the rook, but this is much better, yeah, because now I'm arriving with the rook inside, yeah, and plus 10 suddenly, crushing victory. Okay, nice.
game.
Oh, he's going to salvage some 4th, 5th place, I believe, Shumavaev. Okay, who else? Sidorica, yeah, this is already lost. Draw. Okay, this was kind of complex. I liked white, but there was some kind of f5, e4, knight g5 kind of missed. Okay, some kind of now going back. Now it's not so convincing. Yeah, so I mean they could still play out this position. White is pawn down, but there's some kind of
Knight is strong on d6. Controlling.
yes. He offered a draw. Okay, maybe two Israel players. Maybe they were like kind of playing, but kind of not. It's a strange dynamic. But if I'm white, I'm playing this in the last round. I have knight g5. I have this queen e6. I have some kind of. I feel okay. I'm pawn down, but I don't feel the danger. Yeah. I don't feel the danger here. And okay, if you want to play this with 1 minute as black. No, the power to you, but I don't. I wouldn't want to do it. I don't know. Like this. Something. Yes. Yes, indeed. Fill of draw. Angel won. Max has okay. This Caro-Kann. Squeezing. And this. Okay, rook h3, rook f3. This looks
it's protected.
really nice. Also, I like this. You see that he took the pawn, and maybe now somehow was the moment to play this knight d2. But this is coming anyway. It's pretty strong. h5, h6.
Could he take?
See, because yeah.
The last position.
Yeah, like in this case, like he returned here, kind of stopped knight d2. I think it's very crucial.
No. Okay, he will take on g5.
Take on g5, yes. But of course, this will be a relief for black. But I'm going to play rook f3. And what, like, I'm not interested in this knight. This is falling.
And afterward, knight h6.
Like, some kind of desperation here.
Queen.
Here?
Queen d2.
Queen d2. No, g5 not. But
Well,
have
no,
this.
Rook f7, I'm not sure.
Check. Somewhere.
Okay. Shoot.
No, it's good for black. Or I don't know. By the way, what is this ending? Like some pawns running. I don't know, but probably yeah. Black is in time. Yes. No, that doesn't work. But yes, actually, black found out this, which is a nice try because white is bit overextended. Okay, can I play like rook c3? I want to get here. Yeah, kind of. If you go back.
Then rook f3.
Then I go this. Actually, this is what happened. Yeah.
Okay, and if
I think just a moment. Oh, he went this. I think this is much more to the point. Yeah. I think okay, maybe king f1 somehow it's not. But oh no.
No, it would be mating, but okay.
Yes, somehow maybe this is nothing. Maybe here there is no. I mean, next move I am taking here, and then I'm deciding the game.
And this queen c1 after knight c2.
This was
Okay,
yeah, I understand, but there is still some.
Maybe.
He could give back the exchange, but yeah, maybe this is what black is banking on, taking the pawn in the process, and he wants to give back the exchange and win on d4. But is this any good? Queen g3, it looks scary. King g7. I mean, even this and rook f7, like it has to be enough, no? Yeah. Why to
Yeah.
move? Is there anything? Maybe I have this move.
Knight e4.
It's
Okay, this.
kind of unpleasant for black. That could, I think he needs to resign here. Yeah. Either mate or
That's the current position after king.
after
G.
king g7. Yeah, this rook f6 and
Rook f6.
that's it. Yeah, I mean, the black king is too weak. Simply, this is like the advantage of this pawn center that you have. This is like additional attacker. And black was not really okay. This knight b5 is not enough. Yeah. So I mean, there are even some other ways, but rook f6 wins immediately. So and he won. Yeah, maybe he okay. Let me reload. Maybe rook f6 appeared on the board, and yeah, and that's it. Dorans versus Ufa. Yeah, we saw this. Stoyanov won. Yes, this knight on f5 was. Oh, it's too much too. Like both this and this c3 simply okay. I was hoping for some miracle, but it didn't come, and queen c2 and rook up.
What's the game of Noe?
Noe also won. I think yeah, it was a winning endgame. This one we saw. Just this. Okay, he had to give up the pawn, but now. Okay, there is no king f7. Is I take on d5. It's all the like okay. This was also hopeless.
Take on d5 and bishop g8.
Yes, like
With king f7.
like this.
This.
Oh, this.
Okay, then bishop e. Okay, bishop g8.
And yeah, I mean easy to spot.
And if you take on h7, okay.
Yes. Yes. Okay. This is very sharp battle. We saw queen b6 a5. Yes, indeed king h1. I wasn't sure. Like white defended a bit. Now some no. If he takes queen 8 mate. But it feels that black has a lot of pressure. That it's not. He just has to avoid simplifications, which he did. And now something. Right, but I'm not sure about this. But e4, h4. Somehow I feel that black could have gone better, and now he's in some trouble. Yeah. Nicely done. Okay, was this good? Like I don't like going into endgame. Here, white to play. Okay, has to be good. No, queen h3. Okay, but the queen is kind of trapped. Not so easy. Rook d7.
Maybe the only one.
Because here as black, I'm happy that I got these passers. And bishop b5, and I'm going like this way. I've it's
This knight d3 then. Maybe b3.
the king. Yeah, I'm b3. Okay, I have this.
But you have the wrong.
Where do you go with the king? I have this.
Nice. But king.
Go anywhere else? If I go, then I check and I take.
Okay.
So this. Okay, if this. Okay, just let me see it. Probably this is winning for white. I have this to repeat open. Yeah, this is easy. If I'm not able to return, yes. So I cannot take. Oh, this one is it's winning for white now. King f5 or just this is the way, and actually this is still wide open. Both sides could win b3, c4. I don't know.
You won't lose them. Important.
Yes. I mean, you see, objectively balance, but he played in the game. Took the pawn. Somehow we had the position one tempo down. Yeah, this one. E3. Yes, this is also somewhat even, but chances. Yeah, I mean, not many in games. I would say the chances for both sides. I don't know what is this position. Knight d1, king e4. Probably black will get the bad corner. You know, even if he puts on f2 and somehow wins everything, it's still a draw. But he might hope for some kind of collapse of white, like. But no. This is very safe setup, by the way. White is making a draw. White isn't winning, but making a draw.
Is always hanging.
Making a draw easily. Guneback lost. This was difficult to handle. Two pieces versus rook and a pawn, but now it's 2 pawns and it's a nice breakthrough. I take rook f3 b2 and then like I step away with the rook and I go with the h pawn, splitting the white defenses. Yes, nicely done. Okay, so let's do a bit of a recap. So Petko won, Amar won, winning the tournament. Maybe most important, Svane is winning. What happened here? Like out of this position,
How to win?
Svane is a magician. So White was ambitious, but let's not count. Like here we discussed rook f3 is really the move to play, paralyzing black, and this.
Queen f8, queen d4.
Yes, yes, this is the way. Like this was a bit too greedy. Rook c7, b7, but this is not the way to win. Like even the rook ending is drawn. Yeah, like maybe now he realized that okay, please make a draw in this, but Svane suddenly felt the chance. And queen takes f2, and now the situation is different. Actually, black king is safe, and this is wide open. Queen f4 is a threat. Oh man, like this is some kind of nerves playing of course a part. h5, really nice. h4 and queen g1 is an idea. And okay, what does white have? Check. It is the only move. This would lose to queen d2, so but okay. g5, but first rook e5, full control. Now it's cruise control. h4 the only move, but now this comedy. Okay, for now it's pinned, but black will make it. So this was absolutely crushing defeat.
Tough.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? So it happens in the last rounds. People are tired, and I mean, this position, horrible. Yeah, so one doesn't think this every day, such a package here. Yeah. Yes. For now it's defended, but there's no next moves. Yeah.
How to believe it.
Yeah. Like it was like this position, you see, like white is attacking more or less, putting pressure, but now he lost control, and I think it's already difficult. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, got in big trouble. h5, nicely done, and now this. Okay, g4 he gave up. So yes, disappointment for the Israeli player, and Jumabayev also won. He went through like this. Rook d7. Okay, this was easy. Exchange up and attack. It was also a very nice attacking game. So I mean, full of battle, and here I think white could have continued. There's a draw. Angel won nicely, kind of funny game, and Max Hess was
good tournament by Weigand.
Yeah, crash. So I don't know why Weigand is a young player. candidate master. Okay, definitely great performance. And draw, you've and got a great event. No, Christopher salvaged something by this last round win against Heinrich John. No, nice game. This was easy for Stoyanov. And Smirnov will draw. After this, they agree to draw. Is it so? Probably because I will win this pawn as white. The bishop is not playing any part here. Yeah. Somehow like put into Zugzwang, like yes, always yes. But I mean I wouldn't play 93. But okay, interesting. Maybe he found this to be the safest. Yeah. Yes, indeed, it's a draw. Okay, Gunenbach. Yeah, this is. I mean, now the rook is paralyzed, and it's just a matter of time. Who loses it? Rapko, Mon. Nice. It was Zaura Hasanov, like he had a great start of the tournament. I think 3.5 out of 4, and then he lost his pace. But even this endgame seems maybe closer to a draw, but difficult. Yeah. And, I mean, he lost the king side and perished. Yeah. Carbon.
Mark?
Yes. Of course, yeah. Okay, because. Okay, it was some kind of even position, but white lost a pawn. Lost the game, so still some fight, but now first rank pin and winning king and pawn endgame. So, all right. But in this position, I would have done bishop h3. Like this seems okay. I don't trust even my calculation even for 2 moves. I want to. I'm not giving mate. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting psychology because you know that this is winning, yeah, or anything is winning here. But if I see the mate, I feel obliged to play the strongest move on the board. Yeah, not. I don't know. Okay, doesn't matter. It's just kind of. If you see a mate or winning a queen, you should take the queen. Yeah, it's the same. Sherlock made a draw. Alapin. I think this is very hard to play for a win as black. And I have a feeling that also his opponents were kind of expecting him to play Sicilian the whole tournament and they were prepared. And so almost some skirmish. It looks dangerous for black, but managed to withstand it and rather gave perpetual than can try anything more. Okay. Who is playing from the top boards, Mark? What do you think? Everything finished? 14. Oh yes, we discussed this and this is a win for black. I mean the knight is also. What to even play for white? This I could. The one thing I could do is do this and rook g1.
Maybe the easiest one.
This if you play. Oh no, it's in 3D. I want to play rook h7, but okay, let me do this, and then maybe this. We are not doing it correctly. That seems to be winning even this position, yeah. Yes, it's winning. So there's something stronger. Can I just try to win this pawn somehow to make it, 100%? I'm struggling to see the finish line. But even if the king comes, what can I do? He can try to win this pawn. Yeah, I think this is the way to destabilize the. For example, this. Just I want to show to the viewers. Yeah. Oh, still check. For this. This is the way. This is the way. This is the way. So the king should go into the center and kick out the white bishop. There will never be any safety stability for white. So that's it, I believe. We are finished. There are not official standings because we are waiting for this game to finish. But basically, I think we might conclude that Amar Elham won the tournament. He defended the last year championship, which is great result. Not so easy to do that. And Petko Lančel by this last round resurgence finished second. Petko and Svane is third. And so Svane, he was suffering most of the game and kind of bounced back. So there are a lot of surprises at the end, and
But quite exciting.
and Puranik is fourth, yeah.
Puranik
This is very sad. This is very sad tournament, but they will have a lot of other successes. I'm sure. Yeah, like he was very close to winning this tournament. Okay, so that's about it from us.
It was nice
Yes,
to
yes.
assist you.
Thank you. I enjoyed this coverage. We went
Thanks for
for a lot, and I think it was instructive and even some entertaining games. We have to say. I think even if you compare it to some top level games, like this was hack and slash, like many times, yeah, like even this, some mistakes, but yeah, this is fine. Yeah, it produced some entertainment. Yeah.
Entertaining.
Okay.